I really need to be fired. Mom, if you're watching this, you already know how fucked I am, so. Hello. Today I am going to be telling you why your barista hates you. And I know what you're thinking, and it's probably wrong, because you're probably thinking,
oh my god, my barista doesn't hate me, my barista's so sweet, my barista's very nice to me, she smiles at me every morning.
No. I'm telling you right now, at one point or another, your barista has loathed you, and I am going to explain why. It is a long list of reasons that I'm probably gonna have to make like 2 or 3 videos, so I have a list. Also, Grandma and Grandpa, if you're watching this, please don't. I swear to God, I'm not a mean person. I love people. I am not mean. I am not rude. I'm not a bitter, salty human. But the customers have turned me into one. So Grandma and Grandpa, if you're watching this, just click off so you can keep your pure depiction of your most loved and favorited grandchild. Mom, if you're watching this, you already know how fucked I am, so. Another quick disclaimer. I don't even think the first one was a disclaimer, that was just a warning to my grandparents. Everything that I'm saying is not towards the company that I work for, because I love the company that I work for. I'm not even gonna name the company I work for because it doesn't really matter. I've worked for multiple coffee companies and these things happen at every single one of them. Yeah, so love the company I work for. Okay, so the first reason that your barista hates you is pretty fucking simple. It requires a little bit of explanation just in case you guys don't know how a drive-thru works. Apparently, it's pretty fucking simple, but it also requires a little bit of explanation. I'm really not sure what I was thinking there, I'm sorry. If you've ever worked in fast food that has a drive-thru, you guys know that every employee has a little headset, and on the headset it has a little speaker right here and then it has a little microphone. When someone pulls up to our drive-thru box, there's a ding in our speaker that lets us know that you guys have pulled up and you guys want to order. So whenever it dings, we answer the box. Ooh, sorry, she's getting a little wobbly. I fixed it though. Okay, so the ding goes off and we usually say something along the lines of,
hi, thank you for choosing. My name is Selena, how can I help you?
And we wait for you guys to tell us what you want to order. And sometimes we get a big, fat, long burst of silence. Like, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I answer the box, I'm like, hey, how can I help you? And they're like, and naturally, people who work in fast food are usually sleep deprived and overworked. So we feel like we're going insane at all times. And to make sure that we are indeed not schizophrenic, we answer, we go over, God damn it, what's the word? Whatever, we talk to you guys again in the ear. We say, there's a little button, that's why I keep doing this. We say, hello, or how can I help you? Is there anything I can help you with? Something. We just make sure that we're not crazy and that you guys are actually there. And sometimes we get a,
oh, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the menu. Can I have a minute, please?
And then sometimes we get a,
can I please have a moment?
And when I get that sassy response, I just truly am baffled. You know what? No, maybe you're right. How dare I do the job that I get paid to do? How dare I pull my drive-thru speaker box up to your car and demand that you order something? How dare I assume that the lack of speaking meant that you were not ready to order? How dare I assume that you could use the basic communication skills that you learned when you were in kindergarten? No, scratch that. Before you even entered school. How dare I expect the minimum requirement of human interaction? How dare I? What the fuck was I thinking? Next reason. Okay, this one kind of bothers me just a little bit because I've been working in food for a little bit. I could see why you people who have not maybe like worked a job that has anything to do with food may not think that this is a big deal, but I'll explain to you why.
You know, honestly, the more that I thought about this, the more that I was like, this is actually just common fucking sense. Like, you don't even have to be working with food, and everyone should think that this is disgusting. I was giving you guys far too much credit. Like, honestly, if you do this, it's fucking disgusting. Please stop.
And this is asking us to throw something away through the drive-thru window. First of all, it's just gross. It is not my fault that you did not clean out your car before you went and ordered food. Honestly, you could have taken a few cups out of your car and thrown them away at the local gas station, car wash, I don't know, at home maybe. The fact that you think that it's our problem that you need to clean your car to make room for all of this food that you're ordering now baffles me. Baffles me.
Baffles me.
You guys get angry with us that we don't take your disgusting trash into our facility to throw it away for you. Now, let me just throw out this scenario. You're at a restaurant, like a nice sit-down restaurant, and you see your waiter picking up trash. And then right after, with no break, no hesitation, they pick up your food and bring it to your table. Now, you're telling me that you would not be outraged that that waiter just touched trash and then brought you all your food. You would, because you have common sense. So why is that any different? It's not. Maybe if you weren't such a garbage human being, you wouldn't make it our problem to clean up after you. Next reason. This one really just grinds my gears because I myself have problems breathing without doing anything. Smoking in the drive-thru. Now, there are very few things in this world that bug me more than people who decide that their smoking problem needs to be everyone else's smoking problem. And I know that sounds dramatic, like I do, but it's true. I understand that you are technically still in your own car when you are in the drive-thru, and this space is your space, but you have got to know that smoke travels. Like, you've got to know that when you like that doesn't just stay in this area and in your lungs. You've got to know that if you open your car window, like, some of that's gonna go out that way. You've got to know. Like, it's basic laws of physics. Physics? Is it physics? Is it? It's not gravity. I don't know, maybe it's not physics, but it's something. Like, you can't be that dumb. Or maybe you are, which is why you decided to give yourself cancer on purpose in the first place. But I digress. You really don't know what the person at the window has going on in their personal life. Like, for me, I have asthma. Again, I have problems fucking breathing on a normal day-to-day basis, let alone when you're blowing smoke in my face. We have people who are pregnant and work all the way up until they can't work anymore. It's just common courtesy. Just literally take this little thing and put it out for the 5 seconds that you're at the drive-thru window. 10. It really shouldn't be that hard to just have some respect for other human beings for a minute, 2 minutes, hell, even if it was 10 minutes. If you can't go 10 minutes without smoking, just don't take 7 drags of smoke when we're only trying to hand you 4 drinks out the window. It's not that hard. Just don't fucking do it. Next reason, and this reason, I'm gonna try to keep it like shorter. I could have like 7 videos, probably about this, just this one thing. The next like 3 all kind of connect into that one theme, but like essentially it is customers who think they know more than you do. Here's a good example. Someone comes through the drive-thru and they're like, can I get a caramel macchiato with no caramel drizzle? And so because we've gone through many hours of training and hundreds of hours of working at this establishment,
I didn't realize that I had ran out of time on my camera until like 5 seconds later, so I didn't fix this problem, but I'm sorry, like, you're gonna notice a skip. It's my bad. Just don't drag me, okay? I'm new at this. Like, it's gonna be fine.
Something along the lines of, okay, So you want a caramel macchiato with no caramel, that would be a vanilla latte. Because anyone who went through the training would know that a caramel macchiato is a vanilla latte with caramel drizzle on top. And like the shots are put in differently as well, but like at the end of the day, that doesn't really matter because most people mix their macchiatos anyways because they just do. It's just us trying to be helpful. Never did it once cross their minds that they may be in the wrong. The plot twist here is that the customer is always wrong for the most part. They have decided that we are either A, deaf, dumb, because we just listened to all of that and then repeated back something completely different, or that they are indeed the menu master at this point and they should just be working for corporate because they've been going to the same coffee shop for 5 weeks in a row and ordering it just like this. At the coffee shop down the road, that's not even the same coffee shop. But I digress. So they proceed to pop an attitude and they say something along the lines of,
No, that's not what I said at all.
and then they proceed to say exactly what they just said, a caramel macchiato with no caramel. And I'm just like, whatever. Can you freeze dry evil so that I can enjoy it when you're not around? I'm trying to help you out, lady. Honestly, a caramel macchiato costs more than a vanilla latte because it has more in it. So if I were to literally just say a caramel macchiato with no caramel, you would be paying 60 cents more than if I just rang it up the way that I said it. But whatever. Since you know so much about coffee in our coffee shop, why don't you just clock in, man? I know we're always hiring, like clearly you need a second job here because you know it all and we know nothing, and we would be graced with your presence if you were to work here. Next reason, which is very similar, customers who are regulars who don't take time to learn how to order their drink correctly. I just want to say that I've had regulars who have been coming to for months, and every single day that they order, we correct them or we tell them an easier way to order their drink, and they still order it the other way. And my mind is blown. For the love of God, when your barista tells you that there is an easier way or a better way,
Or this is the way you should be ordering your drink,
just order it that way. Your life will be easier. You don't have to listen to us correct you every single day. Just do it. Just take the advice, please. Next reason, people who do not realize that coffee terms are not universal. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, I've worked at multiple coffee chains. Some weren't even chains, some were just like hometown coffee shops. So this one really gets me good right here. I used to work at a coffee shop that was pretty much just like, it was very plain. Like we had coffee, we did have some frozen smoothies, but like it wasn't that deep. And people would come in and order frappuccinos like it was their literal 9 to 5 paying job. I would just like to say that if you order a frappuccino anywhere other than Starbucks, you are a terrible human being. Ordering frappuccinos is directed right at your barista. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Honestly, guys, do not go up there and say, do you guys have this? Do you guys have that? Do you guys have that? And list 17 different things. Take a second, look at the menu, figure out what they do and don't have, and then approach the fucking counter. Why try to order a frappuccino at your local coffee shop when you know that the Starbucks down the goddamn road has frappuccinos? I would just like to say that frappuccino is actually like trademarked, or like it's owned by Starbucks, meaning Starbucks is the only coffee shop or only anything that can use that legally. So do not go, just don't go to another coffee shop and order a frappuccino. And even if other coffee shops end up having a frozen coffee that is like similar to a frappuccino, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna like it because you expect it to taste like the vanilla bean frappuccino from Starbucks, and it doesn't taste like the vanilla bean frappuccino from Starbucks because it's not a vanilla bean frappuccino from Starbucks. Instead, go to Starbucks and order a vanilla bean frappuccino and stop wasting their time. Last reason that I'm gonna give today is people who are so distracted or they're not paying attention and they fuck up their order and then they blame it on us. I've had this happen so many times where people are either on their phones or talking to the person next to them or just in general not paying attention, and they order something wrong or they forget to say something and they blame it on us. The number one culprit of this, and God, I just know every barista will feel me deep down in their soul when I say the dreaded phrase that is,
I wanted this iced.
First of all, you may have wanted it iced, ma'am, but you didn't fucking order it iced, which is why you got it hot. Now, I will admit, sometimes things get lost in communication and we will accidentally give you a hot and or iced beverage. But 99% of the time, you forgot to say iced, which is why your beverage is hot. Do not try to play it off and say, I said I wanted this iced. I know I clearly said iced, because you didn't. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, but you fucking didn't. You didn't order this iced. Imagine thinking that's okay. Imagine blaming baristas for your incompetence and thinking, yeah, this is how I want to live my life. This is fine. Everything's fine. I'm a good, decent human being. So stop blaming your baristas because they literally just made the drink how they were told. Honestly, if you were to say,
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. I know that I forgot. Can this please be remade iced? I'm sorry.
I would gladly remake your beverage iced. But when you throw a bitch fit and tell me that I'm incompetent, that's when you're getting decaf espresso. I'm just saying, like, you should be more careful of the way you treat baristas because we're all pretty much dead inside at this point and we could care less if you get the correct coffee. So if you really don't want decaf, just be nice to your barista. If I died and I went straight to hell, it would take me a solid week for me to realize that I wasn't at work anymore. Anyways, thanks for listening, guys. I know this is just like a whole good chunk of me bitching and complaining, but honestly, I just wanted to get this off my chest. So this is your new guidebook for ordering and going to certain coffee shops. I know I'm out here doing the good Lord's work, helping people be nicer to their customer service employees, one video at a time. I'm sorry, that was disgusting. I'm totally kidding. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, I guess. Subscribe if you want. I'm probably gonna make more of these videos because I have a whole list of things that I want to talk about and address that specifically have to do with why your barista hates you. So yeah, if you want to see that, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Case closed. Bring in the dancing lobsters.